Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is 1:33 a.m. and I am exhausted, you guys. I honestly do not know how long I'm gonna be able to vlog for. And I know I've said that the last couple nights, but I'll explain it to you. I finally got a hold. We figured it out, the tax preparer, how we're gonna do this whole thing. He's not gonna be in the office as of about noon tomorrow because of this new policy in Indianapolis. And so I have to get all of the tax stuff to him by tomorrow at noon, but I told him I would come between 11 and 12. I'd come closer to 11. And so I have to get up for that, first of all, and like, you know, be kind of presentable. We're not gonna do the taxes tomorrow. He's gonna take them home and do them over the weekend. And then he's hoping he can get them done. But he's gonna contact me on Monday, and then we're gonna, you know, finish whatever else we have to finish. But anyway, so that's the first thing, is I have to get up kind of early to go do that, which actually that's fine because tomorrow is supposed to be really nice. So if that's the case, I am going to go and run that stuff over there, and then I'm gonna go and get a coffee and do some kind of review at Starbucks, and then I'm going to go to the pool for a couple hours, I think. And then I may end up just taking the day off and not posting any videos, but we'll see. I don't think I will though, because I just, you know, I love to post videos. I have so much fun doing it. And I have some ideas of what I want to make in videos tomorrow. So anyway, so I'll probably come back about 3:30 or 4 from the pool if it's not too crowded. If it's real crowded, I won't stay at the pool because I don't like to be up there when it's crowded. And then come back at like 3:30 or 4 and make a drama video and a Peterisms video. Maybe drive around and do a booktube vlog because I've been doing those. And then, yeah, and then, I don't know, like take a little bit of a nap or something until Alex gets home. Feed the dogs, all that kind of stuff. And then maybe tomorrow night we'll watch RuPaul's Drag Race because we haven't watched it from last week yet. So, it has been a crazy day. So anyway, tonight, so this is what happened. So I got a hold of him today, but I didn't get a hold of him until like, I think it was like almost like 4 o'clock. And where's my lip balm in here? It was like, I've got my lip gloss, but where's my lip balm? Anyway, I got a hold of him at like 3:30 or 4, and he had been with somebody all day. And he was like, hey, I'm really sorry. He was like, if you can get this stuff to me, you know, by tomorrow before I leave the office, and I can I can get it done for you. And I was like, what time are you leaving your office? We were going back and forth like via email. And he was like, I'm gonna be leaving at like noon. And I was like, okay, I'll have them to you by then. So anyway, I wanted to go to my home group meeting tonight because one of my good friends was getting her year token, and I wanted to be there for her. So, but I was also like trying to upload videos, feed the dogs, all this kind of stuff. I was trying to get so much, I was doing laundry, I was like washing all of like the beach towels, like the pool towels from this weekend. I wanted to wash like all of our blankets and stuff that we have on the bed and take them off and put the comforter back on with like the new sheets that Alex bought, but I didn't get to that. I was like doing a lot of laundry. I just like had so much stuff I was trying to do today in very little time. Do you ever feel that way? Like I'm trying to get all this stuff done and I don't have that much time, and I'm looking for this, and I'm trying to kind of like do my taxes at the same time, and I've got 9 million receipts of stuff, you know, and I have to go through and like, okay, this goes in this pile of receipts, and this goes in this pile of receipts, and this goes in this pile. I'm like organizing them and I have them in these like manila envelopes, you know, these big manila envelopes that are like this big, and I'm going through and I can't find this and I can't find that, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, where's this at? And I'm like, okay, you're gonna get what you can get done. You are not gonna freak out about it, and you're going to just do the best that you can do. And because I used to freak out about this stuff, I was like, you're just gonna do the best that you can do, get it to him tomorrow. Whatever else he needs that you can't get to him, you'll get it to him by Monday. And that's just how it'll be. And you'll just go from there, right? So that's what I did. I started working on it before I left to go to my meeting. I wanted to take a shower and everything. I didn't even get a chance to take a shower before I went to my meeting. And, because I wanted to, like, kind of, like, you know, look nice tonight for the meeting and stuff, but I didn't get a chance to do all that. So, because I was running behind and I had to go pick up Tanya Jean first before we went to the meeting. So anyway, I'm glad though I went. It was a fantastic meeting. But I texted Alex because he was stopping by to drop off something at his friend's house that he had picked up earlier in the day. And so he was like, I got to stop by there real quick. And I was like, okay, well, all this stuff is out on the kitchen counter. I already fed the dogs around it. Don't worry. I was like, do you care if I just leave it out there? He was like, no, not at all. So I was like, okay, it's all just sitting down on the kitchen counter. Because I'm like... So it was a mess of all this stuff I had to put together. And then tonight when I came home, like, Alex was like, okay, what can I do? Because his stuff was already ready to go like 3 months ago. And people are always like, why do you wait till the last minute to do your taxes? Because we owe. We always owe. So it's like, there's no reason to like do them early. It's not like I'm getting a tax return or something. You know what I mean? So anyway... I honestly can't even remember the last time that I got a tax return. It's been forever. I'm probably in my early 20s, maybe, if even then. So anyway, so Alex and I sat down and he was like, okay, what can I help you with? And so he helped me with a couple things. And, because, like, we have, like, this checklist of everything that we have to have, so I was, like, going through this checklist and trying to make sure that I had everything and, you know, all that. But anyway, so when I got home tonight, I was, like, I had it all just sitting there, and I was so tired. My eyes were, like, tired, and I was, like, he was like, well, you can just get it done, and as soon as you get it done, you can go to bed. And I said, babe, I still want to go vlog. I haven't done my vlog yet today. And he was like, oh, okay. And so it was, like, real quiet in the house. It was, like, driving me nuts. Sometimes it's, like, too quiet, you know what I mean? I said, do you care if I turn on a movie? And he was like, no, not at all. He was sitting at the computer at the kitchen, at the dining room table. And so I was like, scary movies. And so I pulled up all the scary movies. I was like, what's a good movie to have on in the background while I'm like working on this stuff? So I put on that movie, Super 8. Do you guys remember that movie? It's a really cute movie. It's like an alien movie, but I wasn't watching it closely. It was just kind of on in the background while I was doing stuff. Alex and I went and saw that in the movie theater, I think. He was like, I don't remember this movie. We either watched it one night at home or we went and saw it in the movie theater. I don't know. Maybe it came out before we were together, but I don't think so. But he was like, I don't remember this movie. I love that movie. I think it's really good. So I watched that and I sat down there and I did all the receipts, added them up, got all of our stuff together. Now it's like in a neat little pile. It's all ready for me just to take it and drop it off. And it took me exactly, like, I sat down when the movie started and I finished right as the movie was ending. Is that not so funny? I want to pull in here and see what year Super 8 came out. Because he's like, I don't remember this movie. So maybe we never saw it together. Maybe I saw it with my ex or something. I remember seeing it in the movie theater though, but if it came out while he and I were together, Alex and I, then he and I went to the movie theater and saw it, because I can remember seeing it in the movie theater. I did a Chick-fil-A mukbang today, and can I just tell you, it was so delicious. I got the peach milkshake, which is so good. And the mango something peach tea lemonade, which was really actually pretty good too. Movie year 2011. Yeah, that was the year that we got married. It was a good movie. Anyway. I don't know what else I can say. I don't know. I don't even know. got all my stuff done. So I got my coffee, I did the review, then I went to the post office, and then I came home and filmed the drama video. I was gonna film the other stuff, but it was getting late. I feel like I did something else in between there that kind of got me like, I hear a train. I feel like I did something else that kind of like distracted my time for a while. What did I do? I don't even remember. Because I didn't get up super late today. Oh my God, last night, you guys, I watched that French episode of Unsolved Mysteries. It was so good, you guys. It was so scary. It might be my second favorite next to the first one. The first one, the guy that jumped, supposedly, off that building. I think it's my favorite one next to that. It was so good. But the whole thing's in subtitles. And it's straining my eyes because I was like trying to read it on my iPad. I've literally today, this is all I've eaten. I have stuff at home to eat, and I'm gonna eat when I haven't even eaten dinner or any lunch or anything. I'm gonna eat when I get home something, but I've literally eaten, I had like 2 or 3 carrots, 2 pieces of celery, and a tomato dipped in dill dip that I bought the other day. Oh, and I had like 4 crackers with a street corn dip. And that's all I've had today. Oh, and I had like 3 or 4 of those veggie straws that Alex gets. So, needless to say, I'm starving and I'm tired. But I went to my meeting tonight, and it was such a great meeting. There was only like, I don't even know if there was 20 people there, 15 maybe. And so we split up into groups, and Tanya and I and her friend were in this group with like 2 newcomers. You know, it's so powerful. It's so powerful to hear the newcomer in the room, you know, that really just wants it so bad. And to remember what that was like, you know, when I first came in. And Tanya and I were talking about that on the way home, because like, I took her to go get a fountain pop afterwards. I didn't get one. I think I still have some coffee in here, or did I finish it on my way to the meeting? I think I finished it. I was going to go to McDonald's and get a fountain pop. I forgot. I have a little bit left, but not much. It's all bottom in there. But we were talking about that, you know, like, just that feeling of coming in, you know, to sobriety. And I was so resistant, you know, in first and whatever. And then it's like, I sometimes forget, you know, at like 30 days, I think it's like that magic, well, they, you know, they call it the pink cloud, that you're like riding this pink cloud, and everything seems great, and everything seems good, and every time you leave a meeting, you feel like you've like just, you know, found God, and it's like a spiritual experience. And I mean, not like on a religious level, but you just feel like full of life, you know, you want to live again, you know? And I can just remember coming home and like, you know, making a turkey sandwich and drinking a cup of coffee and watching a little movie and putting my pajamas on and, you know, reading some program literature from, you know, sobriety program literature for my 12-step meetings, and sitting there and reading, and, you know, then reading something fun before I went to bed. And not that that's not fun, but you know what I mean. And then going to bed and getting a good night's sleep and waking up and having a bowl of cereal with orange juice and making a pot of coffee. I was so obsessed with coffee when I first got sober, you know, and making a pot of coffee and then just sitting there. And time seemed to slow down somehow. You know, it's interesting, last year I read, was it last year or was it the summer before? I read Our Town by Thornton Wilder. And I don't know if I read it when I was growing up. I can't remember. I don't know if I remembered that. And I think I've seen the play or something, but I listened to the radio show one time. I don't know. I mean, I knew the story. But that part where she says, I can't think of her name now. she's died, and she comes back for a second, for a minute, and she's walking around Grover's Corners, and before she has to go back, you know, to heaven or whatever, she says, just one more moment, the sound of clocks ticking, and I actually want to pull in here and read that monologue part, because I love what she says. And I think that's what it's about, you know, those moments in life when everything slows down, and, you know, life really does. I mean, we use that saying all the time, that life goes fast, or life is fast, it goes by us really quick, you know, but the reality is, it really does. I mean, when I look at times in my life that life has kind of slowed down, you know, one of the realities is, it's like when people have passed away in my life, because right during those couple days, that's the only thing that matters, you know, is remembering them and planning a funeral and being around those you love. I think on vacation it's very similar to that, you know. It's like when we're on vacation, it's like just, you know, Alex and I, and being able to really enjoy that time, which I think is why we're kind of like, you know, we've actually done really well this year, because vacations kind of rejuvenate us a little bit, a lot actually, and vacations are really good for us. We can reconnect, you know, and just spend all day talking just about nothing really, and just hanging out and sharing music with each other, and, you know, sleeping in next to each other, and, you know, it's really a great way for us to connect. And, you know, during the COVID, we were like side by side in this small place 24 hours a day, and we really like never, I think if we had an argument, maybe it was once, and I don't even know what it was. We really got along really well and respected each other's space, and, you know, were supportive and encouraging of each other. And then we got out of that, you know, and I was worried about him going back to work, and then I missed him. I missed the hell out of my husband, you know. But like, we haven't taken a vacation since the beginning of the year in Mexico, that very first week, you know. And, oh no, that's not true. We went to Dallas for the wedding. So, you know, like 5 months, which we travel like usually every 5 to 6 weeks, which we're so blessed to be able to do that. I'm so thankful, you know, but we haven't done that. And, you know, like this past weekend was so nice just to spend time with him and be able to like reconnect with them, you know, and, cause like we're so busy, you know, like I'm working all day long and getting videos up and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, like he works late, then comes home and he's tired, and all he wants to do is just lay there and, you know, play his game or watch TV or something, you know, and I don't blame him. It's hard, you know, like, and I think that's the thing, you know, is like, most of us spend so much time and energy, putting time and energy into work and other people and family and kids and, you know, like whatever, you know, all of us, that we don't get to really spend it, like back in the day when it was like just going on dates, you know, and being romantical and sleeping in and, you know, having brunch and just sitting there and sharing ideas with each other, you know. And so I think, like, I don't know, maybe Alex and I just need to go get a hotel room somewhere. You know what I mean? But then I feel like that's just such an incredible waste of money. I don't mean like in Indianapolis. I mean like taking a day trip somewhere or something. But I don't even really feel comfortable like just doing that, like going to Louisville or something like that, you know? Like, and I don't even really have any desire to do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Louisville, Kentucky, but if we're gonna do that, I'll wait until we can like go back out to the nightclubs and stuff, because we haven't been down there forever. I feel like they don't ever clean out this thing. This is where I like donated my clothes. Look at this. And can I just show you? There's so much stuff sitting out in front of it right now. Look at that. They need to come over here and clean that up or pick it up or something. I wanted to read this Our Town thing, 'cause I think it's so beautiful. Our Town clocks ticking. Oh, it's long. I'm gonna read it though, because I love this. Oh, Mama, look at me 1 minute, as though you really saw me. Mama, 14 years have gone by. I'm dead. You're a grandmother, Mama. Wally's dead too. His appendix burst on a camping trip to North Conway. We felt just terrible about it, don't you remember? But just for a minute now, we're all together, Mama. Just for a moment, we're happy. Let's really look at one another. I can't go on. It goes so fast. We don't have time to look at one another. I didn't realize. So all that was going on and we never noticed. Take me back, up the hill to my grave. But first, wait. One more look. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, Grover's Corners. Mama and Papa. Goodbye to clocks ticking. And Mama's sunflowers. And food and coffee. And new iron dresses and hot baths. And sleeping and waking up. Oh, Earth, you are too wonderful for anybody to realize you. Do any human beings ever realize life while they live it? Every minute? No. The saints and poets, maybe they do some. I'm ready to go back. I think that's so beautiful. I think we don't, you know? I think we don't realize it. And, I just remembered while I was like reading that, there was like a part, there's an episode of My So-Called Life, I don't know how I just remembered this, where Ray and McGrath does that part. I think we get so confused about what really matters, you know, in the world. We get so confused by thinking that tricks of the eye and things that, I don't know, entertain us and whatever. But I was thinking of butterflies. I don't know why. I was thinking of butterflies. And like how pretty they are, you know, and so different. And I have this thing this year. I don't know what it is. It's like so weird. Like my vegetarianism like continues to like grow and grow and grow. I cannot kill a bug this year. I don't know what it's about. Like I'm real weird about it. And, like, down in the basement, we can hear them. They're like, I don't know where they're at. They're in our basement somewhere. But we have, like crickets. You know, grasshoppers or crickets or whatever they are. And there was a rather big one, and it was, like, hopping, like, by the dog's crate. And I was, like, trying to get it, and then it went into the basement. I was trying to get it to take it outside. And then I was sitting outside last night. I was trying to watch Unsolved Mysteries, but I got too scared. And there was literally this tarantula-looking spider that was like, you guys, it was like that big. I mean, the body of it alone was like that. It was huge. And it was like wound up in our hose because I was watering my plants last night. And I was like, I almost stepped on it, and I was like, I can't. Like, I just can't. And, you know, I'm real careful with the dogs because Pee-Pee got bit by a spider one time. And it was horrible. Like, his face just, like, ballooned up. I can remember I called Alex, and, because when I came home, it was, like, the size of, like, you know, like, the Pee-Pee's head was not big. It was, like, that big. And so it was, like, the size of a peanut, and then it went to, like, the size of a walnut within, like, the matter of, like, half an hour. And so I called Alex home, because it's like, I'm on my way home. He's probably fine. It's nothing, you know? And by the time that Alex got home, like, 15 minutes later, it was, like, swarmed. Like, his whole face was, like, you know, swollen. And Alex, like, freaked. And we took him to it was, like, I think it was a Saturday afternoon, and the vet was closed. And we took him to the emergency vet, and we walked in there, and she said that he had been bit by a spider, and it was like, and he was some kind of like allergic reaction or whatever, and she ended up giving him an antibiotic, and like it literally went down that quick. Oh my God, poor little guy. I remember, like, the way I found out was that he was just standing in the corner. Like, he wouldn't come near the bed. He didn't want to be on the bed. He was just standing in the corner, like, just standing. And I go, Pee-Pee, are you okay? It's so weird to talk about Pee-Pee, like, he's still here. I don't know. Somebody asked, I did this Q&A thing today on my drama channel, and somebody asked about how to get through loss. I don't know. You just put one foot in front of the other. You know, for some reason this morning, I started talking out loud about Pee-Pee, and I just started bawling to the dogs. And, but anyway, you know, Pee-Pee was always, like, so happy and jovial and whatever, that, like, we could tell, like, if he had lost a tooth, or if, you know, something was wrong typically. Like, we couldn't tell the level of the pain, but we could tell if something was gone. Because, like, when towards, like, the last couple months, like, when he wasn't feeling well on a certain day, like, he'd literally just lay his head down on the bed. Like, he'd be on the bed. He wouldn't, like, perk his head up. He would just lay there. And, but, like, when he got bit by that spider, he just, like, stood in the corner. Like, he wouldn't even kind of, like, look at me. And I think part of it is that dogs don't understand pain, you know? I remember Tucker. Now, Boo, we've never had to take to the emergency vet, like, overnight or anything. Thank God, so far. Let's hope that doesn't ever happen. The only time I've had to take Boo for something specific, I think it was with his reversed sneezing, which he had the other night. It was funny because he hadn't had it in a long time. It doesn't sound like a sneeze. It sounds like it sounds like, well, that was like a hiccup, but, like, it sounds like a like he can't catch his breath, but it's called a reverse sneeze or something. I don't know. He hardly ever has it anymore, but the other night he did. Oh my God, I have to tell you this. Tanya bought me an Island Margarita candle today from Bath & Body Works, and I came home and I put it in my candle warmer, and it smelled up the whole house. It smelled so good. Plus, it's like this teal color, so when the kitchen light was turned off, it, like, lit up the whole kitchen into this, like, teal color. It was so pretty. But anyway, what was I gonna say? What was I talking about before that? I was talking about Pee-Pee, something to do with Pee-Pee. Oh, Tucker one time, like, he ran down in the basement. We couldn't figure out what it is. So they have, like, you know, their house is down there, their crate. Well, Boo goes down there. Boo loves the crate. I mean, it's like this, like, it's like not 5 feet. It's like 5 feet deep, like, long, and probably 3 feet across and probably 3 feet up. It's a big crate. We have, like, a blanket over it so it's dark and whatever. Boo Radley loves it. He goes down there all the time. We just leave the door open, and he goes in there and sits. That's where we feed Boo. Tucker eats upstairs. Although, the last couple, well, tonight Boo ate all of his food, but the last 2 nights he had been real difficult and resistant to it. And so we had to bring his food upstairs, and then later in the evening he would eat, but we had to be standing right there. Okay, there's a new thing with Boo Radley that he's terrified of. So if I have the what do you call it, the volume turned up on my computer, and somebody texts me, you know, because my text messages and my phone calls come through my computer too. That sound on the computer when a text message comes through, it terrifies Boo Radley. Like, he's scared to death of it now. stopped. I didn't even know I was near the end. Anyway, it was just really weird how it happened. Like, he just like we were sitting there. I don't even remember. Anyway, we were sitting there and he just ran down the basement or something. And so we went down there to like see what was going on, and there was blood on the wall. And I freaked. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And Alex picked up Tucker, like he went in to pick him up. And so he had him like this. And as he had him, like Tucker shot blood out of his butt. And it was so bad. It was like on the wall and everything. And I remember like we panicked and we got like this blanket or like this sheet from the garage or from the basement, because we were right down there where like our laundry room is, because we have like our washer and dryer in the basement. And we wrapped him with this sheet, and we literally ran upstairs. We didn't even put we didn't even put Boo in his crate or anything. We just like literally ran upstairs, got in the car, and we like took him to the emergency vet like that quick. And I remember that time because the woman was not friendly to me at all. The vet, she was real rude, and I don't even remember what that was. I don't even remember what they found, because I thought maybe it was like, you know, like dogs have like anal glanding problems sometimes and stuff like that, and that's what I thought it was, but that's not what it was. What was it? I can't remember what it was. I think he had scraped himself, because like he scoots, you know, and people always say it's the anal glands, but every time we go to the vet says there's nothing wrong with his anal glands. So anyway, I think he had scooted and like ripped something, anyway, it doesn't matter, but it was bad. It was so bad. I felt so bad for him. And Alex was like panicked, you know. And the vet was like real rude. I remember she was like, so we had like run out of the house, and I had like literally, like I don't, you know, anyway, I just had my wallet with me and like whatever, but like I didn't know how much it was gonna be, and you know, like I'm not made of money. And she was like, okay, so I had this, my dad had to take one of their dogs to the emergency clinic at like 2 in the morning, and they like wanted to do these x-rays, and my dad was like, we can wait till Monday. And they're like, no, we need to run the x-rays now. And so my dad was like, he looked at my stepmom, who's like bawling her eyes out, and I remember my dad said it was like $3,000 for these x-rays that told us absolutely nothing. He goes, they were more expensive than x-rays for humans. And he was like, but what was I supposed to do? Tell your stepmom no? And she's sitting there crying her eyes out. You know, like I'm not going to do that to her or the dog. The dog lived another like 3 or 4 years. But anyway, so I'm sitting there thinking that. I'm like, it could be $3,500, $3,000. I don't know. I don't even know. And maybe I don't have that on my credit card, you know? We've got friends of ours that have literally put like $5,000 and $10,000 on their credit cards for like overnight, like on a dog. I don't know how people do that stuff, but like I just don't have the ability to write checks like that and stuff, you know? Like I mean, maybe if I like dove into some savings and stuff and moved things around, but not at like, you know, 10 o'clock at night at the emergency vet. And so she was like, I'm not somebody that has a lot of credit cards. I just don't, you know, like I believe in like, we don't spend a lot of money on credit cards. Like we have like, you know, 2 emergency credit cards that we use for some things, and we have like debit cards, and that's what we use. And I don't ever use cash. So anyway, so she was like, well, you have to pay before we start treatment. I don't even remember what the treatment was. And I'm sitting there, and we have like this dog with a sheet around him, right? And I said, okay. I said, well, do I talk to you about that, or do I talk to her? And like Alex is crying, and I'm like, she's like, you have to take that, before I can even see the dog, you have to take care of that out front. I said, that's fine. I said, but can we just like the dog is bleeding. I mean, can we just like start this and I'll go pay? And she goes, no, you need to go up there. And she goes, I'm not in the business of dealing with money. And I looked at her and I go, well, are you in the business of helping take care of an animal? I go, because something's wrong with our animal. We were the only ones in this vet place. So anyway, I don't remember what ended up happening. That was so long ago. That was like, they were probably 2 when that happened. They're coming up on 11. I can hardly even believe it. But anyway, that was a long, long time ago. I don't like to take him. I will say that emergency vet clinic is very nice. The times that we've had to, when we went there with Pee-Pee, they were very, very nice to us. I think maybe I just got somebody that was maybe I don't know. Maybe she doesn't like answering financial questions, you know, and that's not her job, and she's a vet or whatever. But we love our vet today. Our vet is fantastic. She is the best vet, I think, the best vet in the world. I love her so much. Oh, man. It does look clear outside. You can see all the stars, and it's supposed to be 91 tomorrow. And really nice. So if that's the case, then I will be at the pool tomorrow. I hope it is. I really wanted to get something to drink earlier, and I didn't do that. I've been drinking so much water. Water and coffee is about it. Well, that's not true. Last night, didn't I? Wasn't it last night that I got a Diet Pepsi? Yeah, 8-hour-old coffee is not the best. Ugh. Do you know what it tastes like? It tastes like coffee that you get on a plane, and it's like, do you ever get like, I don't know why, but like when we fly home somewhere late at night, it's like 10 or 11 o'clock and we're on the plane, it's like, you know, they've got like an hour before you land. I always get like a cup of coffee. I don't know why. I'm always sitting there watching my movie. Oh, let me tell you what happened to my phone tonight. My phone kept on having all of these problems with it. I was so over it. And I couldn't figure it out. Finally, I just like, Tanya and I were on our way home, and I was like, I'm so over this phone. So I got home and Googled a bunch of stuff, and I fixed it on my own, because I'm a genius like that. Not really, but I am. I fixed it. I couldn't believe it. Just by Googling some stuff. That's the power of the Google. I don't know what we would have done. Well, we didn't have cell phones back in the day, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I have red skin potato salad at home. I have coleslaw. And I have street corn dip with chips. And then I also have those, what do you call them? Buffalo chicken wing, vegetarian chicken wings. I've wanted a vegetarian hot dog for so long, but I can't have them. Do you know what I kind of want to know is, like, apparently we're still not in phase 4 or whatever. I don't know what that means. But what I don't understand is this, okay? You can drive around whenever you want to drive around. There's like all these ducks out there sleeping on the lake. I love that. Okay, but you can drive around whenever you want, right? You can be out. There's no curfew. And all this kind of stuff. That patio looks so pretty. Why don't like Walmart and Meijer like open 24 hours and stuff now? Like, why do they close so early still? Half everything in Indianapolis closes early. Do they think that it minimizes how many people will be out or something? I mean, maybe that's it. That would make sense, I guess. But, you know, if you were, or maybe not a lot of people are going out now. I mean, do you think we'll ever get back to that? Where I'm still seeing a lot of restaurants. Like, I was driving by Popeyes tonight on my way home. I think I've only ever been to Popeyes like once or twice. But I was passing by and it said only drive-through or something. And I was like, well, that's interesting. And I think most restaurants are only still doing drive-through or carry-out. Well, that's not true. There's a couple places. Because when we went to go pick up food on the 4th, this place called Drake's, there were people eating inside there. But it was kind of like a bar that has like all the doors open to it. So it's kind of like an inside-outside deal. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't know anymore. I've lost my mind to all of this, the COVID and everything. It's just like, I feel like they don't tell us what we need to know. It's like, can we go out? Are we not supposed to go out? I found an envelope tonight when I was looking through everything that has like all of these masks in it that I forgot I had ordered. I'm like, oh my God, I have all these masks. So I actually wore a new mask to the meeting tonight. Not the one that I bought last night, the Meyer, but I bought a new mask. Oh my God. I don't know how much I love this book that I started. You know, let me tell you something about Tanya Jane, okay? So tonight, we're on our way home, and I'm like, what are you going to do when you go home? I was like, one of our friends that lives in Oakland, she said she'd like called her a couple times. I said, well, are you going to call her when you get home? She goes, well, I would, but I'm kind of tired right now. She goes, I want to catch up with her, but that'd be a long phone call, probably to call her tomorrow night. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, what are you going to do when you get home? She goes, I think I'm going to read for a little bit. She goes, I got this book I got to finish. And I said, and she always does this. And I said, well, is it any good? She goes, I mean, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. And I go, what's it about? And she goes in and tells me this whole book, which sounds like amazing, about this serial killer that's a woman and all this kind of stuff. She tells me the whole thing, and then she goes, it's really good, you should read it. I go, Tanya Jane, you just told me the whole story. There's no, she thinks it's funny, and then she starts laughing. I go, it's not funny. Like, I really would want to read that book, and you just told me the whole thing. I go, is it one of those free books? Because she's forever getting the free books on the Kindle. She always is reading the frees up on the Kindle. She likes all the free books. And I said, is it one of those free books on the Kindle? She goes, oh no, it just came out. So it's probably some book that I want to read that just came out, and now I can't read it because she told me everything that happened. She did that with The Silent Patient. And I ended up finally buying The Silent Patient. And I'm trying to like wait long enough until I forget what she told me. But I'll never forget what she told me, because I can remember just sitting there having that conversation in the car. She told me everything about it. And I know how it ends. Every time I start talking and I get that southern twang going, I think I hear Eileen Wuornos coming out of my mouth. Political autocrime is racketeer. Thanks a lot, society. Took my life from me. What else do you want? That interview with Eileen Wuornos. Oh my God. Not gonna talk about the murders, Nick. I'm not. I can't talk about it. Go watch Eileen Wuornos' last interview with Nick Bloomfield. It is, I think that's his name. It's so good. It's classic Eileen Wuornos. Political racketeer and ladder climbing. What do you want? Took my life, society. Thanks a lot. To think when I was younger that I just like to get in a car and drive and go away and never see nobody ever again. You know what I mean? It smells so good out there. But today, I don't feel that way. You know? I've got 5 or 6 people in my life that I love dearly, not including my family. You know, I love my family. And, I don't think I'd want to drive away and not see everybody again. And I think that's a real blessing too, you know? To have people in my life that lift up my life and, you know, bring joy to my life and, you know what I mean? I just feel real blessed about that. It smells like a farm outside. I don't know how to explain it. Not the manure part, you know? But like the earth part, like the ground part. You know what, though? While I'm here, I do want to turn in here while I'm thinking about it. Are they going to have I was going to say the Indy 500. Well, they were postponed it to August. I don't think they're going to have it now. I wonder if they're going to have the state fair. I bet they're not. I'm going to look it up and see. So sad. Everything getting canceled till next year, isn't it? Next year, everything will probably get canceled, too. Oh, my friend texted me. Hold on a second. Text her back. Okay. First of all, I want to see if the Indianapolis 500 is going to happen this year. It says it's scheduled for May 24th, 2020. Well, we know that. What is this? The race was canceled due to the United States' involvement in the World War II. In total, the Indianapolis 500 was not held from 1942 to 1945. I didn't know that, but that wasn't necessarily what I was looking for. Oh, 2 days ago. Letters. Proper social distancing at Indianapolis 500 seems a fantasy. Okay, Indianapolis. Get off my screen, ads. Indianapolis Motor Speedway announced plans to conduct the Indianapolis 500 race on August 23rd with attendance limited to a 50% capacity. There's an ad for masks on here. What Carmel pastor's words were offensive, his apology was lame and evasive. Father Theodore Rothrock said, "It was not my intention to offend anyone." Does he seriously expect people to believe that? I counter his contention. He would have had us believe that he is obliviously unaware that calling people maggots, parasites, and serpents is not intentionally offensive. He knew what he said was offensive. His apology was lame and evasive. Oh, you know what this is? This is like back in the day when people would write in. Like, that's the thing that my mom loved, that shout it out thing or let it out, whatever. They're going on about the voting. Okay, I don't know about all that. But what's the other thing I want to see? Indiana State Fair. I can't believe there's not. I mean, we're talking about we're going into August. We're a month and a half away from these things being held, and they haven't decided if they're going to be here or not. Indiana State Fair. I bet they're going to have the State Fair watch. COVID-19. Oh, 2020 Indiana State Fair will not take place. Modified State Fair 4-H livestock show scheduled in August. The State Fairgrounds, June 4th through the 2nd. Okay, wait. This is on the 4th. Today, the Indiana State Fair Commission and the Indiana State Fair Board announced a modified. Okay. Yeah, see, we were supposed to be on the stage 5 by July 4th, and we're not. I think we're on stage 4. What stage is Indianapolis? Well, we're always behind because of our mayor is doing things different than everybody else. Indianapolis reopening to stage 4 on June 4th. Here's what stage 4.5 of reopening means. Okay, this was 5 days ago. The move mirrors a statewide pause in reopening. Wait. Restaurants can provide indoor seating at 75% capacity. Bars can provide seating at 50% capacity. Cultural and entertainment venues remain open at 50% capacity. Gyms and fitness centers remain open at full capacity. Malls and retail stores remain open at full capacity. Campgrounds and youth summer day camps may remain open. Movie theaters, bowling alleys, and other non-essential entertainment businesses remain at 50% capacity. Indianapolis will also require people to wear masks in public. Personal services such as nail and hair salons may open without an appointment. Religious services may increase from 75 to 100%. Indianapolis Public Library may increase from 75 to 100%. Conventions, okay. With proper CDC guidelines, conventions and conferences may resume. With proper CDC guidelines, sports venues and raceway events may open with 50% capacity. Fairs and festivals may resume while following the state's health orders. Well, that's interesting. Then I wonder why the state fair is closed down. Probably because it's too big of a venue, I would think. This was on July 2nd. Mayor Joe Hogsett on Thursday announced a pause in the reopening stages for Indianapolis. The move mirrors a statewide pause in reopening and comes a day after the mayor launched a $1 million marketing campaign to attract Hoosiers to Indianapolis. Like Indianapolis will refrain from moving into stage 5 and instead adopt a hybrid stage 4.5 beginning July 9th. In this new phase, several guidelines stay the same, including the following, and that was what I just talked about. And that is that tomorrow? No, it's Thursday. I have to charge my phone. I just hit 20%. That's where, like, my accountant can't meet with us after Thursday. I don't know why. It says all this stuff. But, whatever. It doesn't matter. Ah! Every time I charge my phone, that does that. That's the first song in my iTunes. Is that, what do you call it? I hate that song. I really do. The A-Team by Ed Sheeran. I literally cannot stand that song. And it's the first song that comes on every time if I don't have my iTunes on. My allergies have been so bad. You guys hear me wheezing? Ugh, it's horrible. So, nothing's open. The state fair's open. It still feels like everything's closed in Indianapolis. It does. I'm fine with that. I mean, in all honesty, I'm fine with that. You know, like, the thing is, I think it's weird. Like, I talk to other people. Like, I talk to, like, you know, when we talk to Alex's cousin Maya in LA or Las Vegas, she's like, don't come here. She's like, things are shutting down. It's not safe. People are testing positive. Mel said Arizona is horrible and she doesn't even go out unless absolutely necessary. Everybody I've talked to, it's like, oh, it's horrible, it's horrible, it's horrible. And Indianapolis is opening things, but our numbers are going up, but I don't think they're going up at the rates that they used to, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I think we had something like 500 and some new cases I saw the other day. But it was like in a week. It wasn't like overnight, I don't think. But then we also, this is the other thing though, this was like a week and a half ago, we did have like the highest like spike that we've ever had on this. So, I mean, I don't know, like, why are we moving? I mean, I understand that we have to like save the economy and all that stuff, trust me, I get it, right? But at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I wish we could have a better plan to all of this, you know? It's scary. I know a lot of people that are traveling and getting on planes and going somewhere and stuff, you know, and they're all like, oh, it seems fine when we're there, but I'm not comfortable with that, you know? Like, Alex and I really want to go to Miami, okay? Like, we really, really, really want to go to Miami. Or Las Vegas. First of all, to go to Las Vegas, nothing's open. Like, I mean, the restaurants are open and stuff, but like none of the shows are open. Like, most of the clubs are closed. So literally, you'd be in your hotel room, go out to eat, and go to the pool, which I'm totally fine with, you know, and gamble, but Alex doesn't gamble. So, Melissa and Jason booked a trip for September. We might go with them to Las Vegas, depending on if things get better, but we'll see. We have no plans to do that now. But we were talking about Miami and renting like one of our friends' condos and then just staying there and going to the beach and going to the pool because it's like, you know, right there on the property. But the thing is that like half the restaurants are closed, no clubs are open, and there's a curfew of 10 p.m. And Miami-Dade County is supposed to be one of the epicenters of what's going on. So then my friends are like, well, why don't you just go get a place in Destin or something for like a week and just like go? And I'm like, sure, but like I also feel like if I'm gonna do that and risk it, then why not go somewhere that I really want to go? And then like neither one of us is like real bent to go. I mean, we want to go somewhere, but we're also like at the same time like it's not a safe choice, you know? like some things would really have to change, or like the numbers would have to start dropping, or people would have to say, yeah, it's pretty safe to come here now, like before I would feel comfortable doing it. And Alex is just as hardcore about that as I am. You know, plus we're also like, well, we're saving a lot of money this year by not going anywhere. And, you know, but I don't know. Plus, like, I'd love to go get a place, like, you know, in, like, Michigan or whatever, but, like, Alex wouldn't want to do that. Like, he wouldn't enjoy that. He'd say, oh, let's just not go and let's save our money and we can just go to the pool. I may have him, like, in August, just take a couple days off if we don't go somewhere and us just go to the pool every day and, you know, watch movies and stuff. But, like, the thing is that if we're at home, I'll still want to post videos on every channel and I'll want to, you know, do all that kind of stuff, and he'll want to see friends. And so it's like, unless we go away, we can't really go away. You know what I mean? Because I'll go to my meeting, and, you know, it just is what it is. And it's like, I mean, unless we did like a little staycay or whatever. You know, then everybody says that like in the fall or in the winter, like the numbers are going to go back up, and that we're going to, you know, someone said to me the other day, they said it's interesting that they say like the warm is supposed to kill the COVID and not like help it spread as much. But like, Florida, Texas, and Arizona are like the 3 of the hot spots right now, which it's like those are the warmest places this summer, right? Which I was thinking about, I was like, that is kind of true, you know? But then it's supposed to come back, you know, in the fall or winter, like worse than we have it now. And I'm like, I mean, honest to God, I hope that does not happen for all of our safety, for the economy, for everything. But it's like, if we're thinking that's going to happen, why are we not putting, like, a better plan in place? Do you know what I mean? Like, and thinking this stuff through. Like, friends of mine are asking me, they're like, what do you think I should do? Like, my kids are supposed to go back to school, or I don't know if I should keep them home. I'm like, I don't know the answer to this stuff. I mean, I really don't, you know? Like, teachers got to work. You know, it's hard to do e-learning. Kids need to be socialized. I get all that, right? But at the same time, it's like, put enough kids in a school system, somebody's going to start getting sick and it's going to get spread. And, you know, then we've got a whole bunch of kids that age that have it, you know? But at the same time, kids need to be in school. Teachers need to work. You know, school systems need to continue. It's like, I mean, I get all of it. You know, I just don't think there's any right answers. And I think, like, maybe there needs to be some board, and maybe there is and I'm not aware of it, I don't know, that's developed where, like, in each state they make decisions on how they're going to do it. But then that's the other thing too, right? It's like, so now in Indiana we got all these people traveling to Arizona and Florida and everywhere else, right? So it's like, well, what if they come back and they get sick and they infect everybody? And then it's like, well, it doesn't matter if, like, we're doing all this stuff anyway because these people are going to Florida. They're not self-quarantining for 14 days when they come back. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and, you know, and I'm just as bad about it. Melissa and Jason just went to Florida and they came back and I was right around them, you know? So it's like, and I knew that they hadn't self-quarantined. I mean, we didn't hug or anything, but it's like, it wasn't like I was 10 feet away from them the whole time either, you know? I don't know. I don't know what the right thing is anymore. I know it scares me. I'm not like, you know, today it's like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I feel like when it comes to this stuff, I just wish they would tell us what to do and that the majority of us would follow it, you know? But I was somewhere the other day, I can't remember where I was, and it was like, his husband and wife were talking, and he, like, looked at me, and I had a mask on, and he was like, she said something like, babe, she was like, babe, put your mask on or something. He's like, I'm not putting my fucking mask on. He was like, nobody's gonna tell me what to do. And that's like the only time I've really, I mean, I've heard people kind of like walk into a store and somebody will be like, can you please put a mask on? And they'll be like, oh, seriously? Okay, sure. You know, like, but they're not resistant to it. Like, this was like one thing, like this guy, and he was just, and he even then wasn't like a real asshole. He's like, she was like, come on. And he like put the mask on, you know, but it's like, it's just like this defiance thing, you know? And then people are like, well, the masks don't do anything. Well, okay. Well, they make a lot of people feel safer. So, maybe they don't do anything, and maybe we'll find out that the masks are a total waste of time and energy and money, but they make a lot of people feel safer. So if you could just wear the mask to make people around you feel safer, is that a huge issue? Like, I don't think it really is, personally, you know? Like, it stopped again. Anyway, I don't know. It is 72 degrees outside. It is so nice. It's like really sticky, muggy, humid, and I love it because there's like a little bit of a breeze going through the air too, and it feels so good. So it's like you're kind of like sticky and damp, but at the same time, which I know people are like, that is so gross. No, it's like summer in the Midwest. It's fantastic. It's like, you know, when you're drinking a glass of lemonade at 2 o'clock in the morning outside, and it's like it's all beaded on the side with like water, because, you know, it's like, I love that. I sat out there last night watching Unsolved Mysteries, and I lit 2 candles out there. One of them went out. Then I started getting real scared. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Speaking of which, I need to get home and I need to go to bed so I can get up in the morning. So I'm gonna get off here now. And I'm gonna do a short intro tonight, I hope. So anyway, if you guys made it this far in the vlog, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up, this vlog. And please subscribe to my channel. And if you have already, please make sure that you're still subscribed to this channel and all of my other channels. I would love for you to subscribe to all of my channels. And yeah, leave a comment in the comment section below if you'd like, and if not, just maybe a blue heart for all of us over here, the OG Wolfpackers. That's all of us that are just trying to get through life one day at a time, putting some positivity and love and kindness out there in the world. And I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. Happy hump day. Unless you have other plans, but like I always say, don't have other plans. Make the most of your day. Do something fun today. Do something exciting. Start a new TV show, start a new movie, start a new book, eat some kind of new food, get street corn. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. And do something that will make yourself proud when you look back on it tomorrow or the next day or next week or next month or next year or 5 years or 10 years or 20 years or 50 years or 60 years or 69 years, family friendly, or 80 years or 88 years or 100 years or 110 or 120 or 110 years or 120 years. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror every single day and you say, I love you, and at least one positive affirmation like, you are valuable. And every night before you go to bed, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. And tell other people around you that too. We're so afraid of that word, I love you, but just say it to everybody around you too. At least those people that you really do love. But every night before you go to bed, look in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. And at least one positive affirmation like, you are valuable. Or you are beautiful, and say it till you believe it. And every night before you go to bed, say to yourself, tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day tomorrow. I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to cry if I want to. I'm going to spend some time with family and friends or call them on the phone. I'm going to spend some time alone and refresh and regroup and relax, the 3 R's. And I'm going to eat some great food and read a great book or do some of my favorite crafts and hobbies today. And I'm going to have great opportunities come my way all day long. And I'm going to sing some songs too and dance in the kitchen if I want. My mom used to love to dance in the kitchen. And I'm going to have great opportunities come my way all day today, or all day tomorrow. And I'm going to have positive experiences all day long. And if my day gets off track, I can start my day over whenever I want. When you get up in the morning, say to yourself, today is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be happy, joyous, and free all day today. I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to cry if I want to. I'm going to eat some great food. I'm going to do all my favorite crafts and hobbies. And if I have to work today, then I'm going to work with a smile on my face and enjoy it and do the best I possibly can. And be kind to those around me. And I'm going to have, eat great food, like I always say. I'm going to have great opportunities come my way all day long, and I'm gonna have positive experiences all day long. And if my day gets off track, I can start my day over whenever I want. I can just go in the other room and say, I'm starting my day over right now. I'm not gonna be negative anymore today. I'm gonna start my day over right now. And most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much I mean to you. Just text them or call them and say, hey, so good to see you, or that's what I mean. Tonight it was so good to see a lot of people at the meeting. So it's just like, if you see somebody you haven't seen in a while, say, hey, it's great to see you, even if it's just a neighbor, or was I talking about this today? or was this yesterday? I think this was yesterday, that I came out to my car and Sarah brought me the Island Margarita hand sanitizer. I mean, just something like that totally cheered up my day. And then today, Tanya bought me the Island Margarita candle from Bath & Body Works. She said it was on sale, half price for $12.27 or something like that. So see, it just takes little things that people can do, and it's so nice and just cheers your whole day up. I can't find it now in here, but I want to smell it. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna put someone right now. And so yeah, just reach out to somebody and just let them know how much they mean to you. It's not that deep, right? And oh my God, it smells so good. I love it. It doesn't really smell like a margarita. It kind of smells like apple juice. I don't know how to explain it, but like apple juice and like limes and lemons. It smells so good. And also practice random acts of kindness. But like I always say, don't tell anyone. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Just put some good out there in the world. Just put some love and kindness out there in the world and compassion, and don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Just do it and don't tell anyone. Trust me. It'll feel good. It really will. Try it. And it's the art of altruism. And I think that's it. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now. I love you. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye. Love ya.